Kenya's William Ruto never fails to disappoint us. Now, in his US trip alone in the past 2-3 days, from renting a 1.2 million luxury jet, which he's paying on the poor Kenyan tax money, now he is also making Kenya to join to NATO. It's really interesting, and in a way that a very disappointing thing from William Ruto. He has been, in less than 2 years he stayed in the office. He has brought nothing but disappointment to the Kenyan people and to himself, to the Kenyan leadership, really. From the time that he promised, he makes this Pan-African speech, and you find him not doing what he says. Now, first of all, let's just go, dive into this news and get the detail of it. So far, what came might not be really that detailed, but here is the thing. Now, US to name Kenyans as major non-ally. It has been already named, by the way, as non-NATO ally. So far in the continent, from the 55 countries, only 3 countries were non-NATO ally countries, all of them in the northern region, which are Egypt, Morocco, and Tunisia. Now Kenya is joining. Now, especially for the Black people, this is really a disappointment. Now, US President Joe Biden is expected to designate Kenya as the first sub-Saharan African non-NATO ally during, this was like 15 hours ago. It was already now, by now, when I bring you this news, it's already designated, okay? A U.S. government officially privy to the matter told Reuters that the move would reflect Washington's dedication to strengthening ties with Nairobi, definitely, but for a wrong to sabotage other African countries. That's your motive, Mr. Biden. Now, a non-ally status would mean Kenya would enjoy closer allies or closer security ties with all the 32 NATO member states, including the United States. Now, NATO is the largest military alliance in the world, with member states including Germany, the United Kingdom, France, and Italy. Now, Biden will host President Ruto again on Thursday, which is by now it's already over, but May 23, at the Oval Office, followed by a joint press conference and state dinner. Now, the 2 heads of states are also expected to discuss, among other security issues, in Haiti, Ukraine, Sudan, and other parts of the world. With a NATO non-ally status, Kenya is expected to access military equipment from the alliance, meaning the 1,000 police that are the police mission that has been appointed to go to Kenya, to Haiti from Kenya, which has, so far faced a lot of opposition from the parliament members in Nairobi and globally, and from the Haitian people themselves. That's what it's telling now. They are even equipping them to kill many Haiti, so that now Black people will turn against another Black people. They're putting whatever, they're doing their proxy war everywhere, and our leaders keep on being a sellout for what we have known anyway in the past. And what a disappointment, what a disgrace really for Kenya and for Africa. U.S. security agencies also announced that they had prepared a base in Haiti where Kenyan police would operate from. As we speak, actually, some Kenyans already from the police, from the mission, have gone, just doing the first arrival and assessing things with there are also U.S. militaries there. So they are already there. Now they are going to, give them access with this non-NATO ally for the weapons as well. Now, first of all, NATO it's a crime. It has committed crime in Africa, and one of it's not even in long time, it's still in our memories. NATO is the one who killed Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. That is the organization now Ruto is going. Ruto has been a disappointment, a disgrace. He's just hiding in a mask of Pan-Africanism. But in fact, he's not a Pan-African leader. He tells us everything he tells you, find him something doing totally the opposition. He has been praising the African Continental Free Trade Area, but then you find him signing with a a company with the European Union that totally do not benefit neither Kenya nor the Kenyan people, and the same not African people. And instead of signing business deal with African countries and finding him doing or implementing that African continental trade, I mean this intra trade between African countries, you find him signing agreements with EU and others. He talked about visa, that Kenya will be visa free in the beginning of 24, just a month or 2 months before 24 started, the year 2024 started. But then he said they are not ready. So apparently everyone, even countries that used to be free for them, I am from Ethiopia, and for Ethiopians, we did not need any visa to go to Kenya. Even for us now, we need visa. So a lot of things, what he say, you find him doing something else. He also, when he came to power, the main policy that he put on the table was a bottom-up approach, really to benefit the poor Kenyans. But you find him, he came to power, and the first thing he does is adding tax and removing subsidies of fuel subsidies and adding tax on all Kenyans, which mostly harms the poor Kenyans. So this is against the bottom-up approach that he said or he promised when he was campaigning for his election. And then now he said he's coming to this meeting to discuss about the debt relief of the Eastern African countries, let alone to discuss a debt relief for African countries. He is putting Africa in a mess, We also remember when the revolution happened in Niger, no African dared, except ECOWAS with all their puppet leaders. Other African countries did not dare to say and condemn the what happened, the revolution in Niger. Okay, they were just quiet, but it was Ruto who got the nerve to come out in publicly, criticize the revolution and say, as if it's not enough to speak on his own behalf. He spoke on behalf of the Kenyan people. He spoke on behalf of the African Union. Even at that time, African Union did not release any statement. So this man has been a disgrace. What really? I mean, I was reading some of the comments and from the articles that came out today regarding Kenya joining to NATO. And somebody said, condolences to my Kenyan people. That's what I wanted to say, really. I mean, Ruto should not get a second term in office. He needs to be removed. I mean, he removed in a sense, finish his term, and that's it, because he has again and again and again proved to be just an errand boy of the West, but nothing else. So if I'm wrong, really come down and let me hear you in the comment section. Crazy, really crazy. Now, let me just read some of the things that you have said. So, hello, Kabuda, Osie Ekwam. Hi, how are you? Wall Street and MCAR. We are ashamed as Kenyans. We too, trust me, my brother or my sister. Osie Ekwam said, NATO is a military arm of the neo-colonialists. NATO is expanding into Asia and Africa to tighten Washington's grip around the world. Ruto is a sellout. He is a typical African leader. Exactly. Now, what happens also, in addition to Kenya is going to be invaded soon, it's going to face a problem like Niger. In Niger, there was a French military, there was an American military, there was a military from Germany, a military from Italy, there was a military as a group from the European Union, there was a military from Canada. This country was no one's land. I mean, literally, it was not a sovereign country, Niger, at that time. Now they are free. But now Kenya, they have the British military who have committed actually a big crime, big time crime in Kenya by, during their exercise of firing or shooting, that they have burned a place. It's a farmland that the farmers who were living there will not be able to grow again anything because of the chemicals they have used. That is the British military in Kenya. You have the American military. You have the, what do you call it? This American military. They have an AFRICOM, right? AFRICOM, they call themselves. And then now you're gonna bring NATO because you joined NATO. Imagine. 3 military bases, and yet it's a sovereign country, and yet he calls himself a Pan-African leader, and yet he said we are working for the unity, this and that, but continues to be a sabotage to the neighboring countries. Wall Street, just like that, without a vote or a consent of other members, this story smells smoke. I am with you on that one. Kenyans, when he left, they were already, while he enjoys his trip to the US, the Kenyan were, discussing on whose money that he's paying that expensive plane rent that he's paying $1.2 million per day. Now, this one added, I really want to hear from my Kenyan brothers and sisters. Definitely unbelievable. Now, Ruto belongs to the bootlicker club along with Tinubu, Akufo-Addo, and yes, they are all in the same group, definitely. Aka Ekumeku, I have always known Ruto is a puppet. Kenyans at large lack a strong sense of Black identity. I have rarely seen any Kenyan that does not have an English first name. I don't know what the traditional attire of the Kikuyus are. Yeah, somebody was saying it was actually Kenya when, African countries were uniting of the with South Africa against the struggle against apartheid. It was Kenya actually who opposed it. So I really did not dig in that thing, but if anyone knows, feel free to share a link in the comment section. Shocking, really shocking. Let us know in the comment section what do you think, and we will bring you more as this story develops. And also the mission in Haiti, that's also something else, because it's something that the Kenyans did not agree. That's also another thing. He does he speaks Pan-African things, and you find him doing something else. So agreeing with Biden, to get with Joe Biden to get that millions of dollars and to agree to send 1,000 police, Kenyan police, to Haiti against the will of the Haitian people. That's so un-Pan-African, so sabotage, against Black people, as if it's not enough what he's doing already in the continent. Aka Ekumeku, a famous Biafran activist, was kidnapped by Kenya in collaboration with British MI6 and the CIA. The list goes on. There you go. You have it, wow, really. I just, because I trust and I believe and I hope with my Pan-African brothers and sisters from Kenya. So I really want to hear what you have to say on this one, because it's just too much at this level, just too much. Anyway, let us know in the comment section. Thanks again for tuning in. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and if you did not hit that notification bell, please do so that you will be notified when new videos and new live streams are coming. And if you want to help us further, please go ahead and donate to our PayPal account. That will mean really a lot. It will help us to be here so often, so that not only on daily basis, so that we bring you anything that's happening, affecting the continent, whether it's good or bad, that we bring you on hourly basis to you, and giving you a Pan-African analysis. Uh, yeah. Here we have new comments here. Fred Bantu, Kenya, what WTF? Yeah, I said also, I said the same. I wonder if it's possible to reverse some of these actions with a new president. Which new president you are saying? You mean, I mean, he's just less than 2 years, so he has still, I think, 3 years to go. Falco Peregrinas, Ruto, a massive sellout, going to kill his Haitian brothers because his US colonizer says so. Aka Okumeko Okalan was abducted by the Turkish National Intelligence Organization in Nairobi. There you go. So yeah. By the way, on regarding the mission in Haiti, also there are African countries, others. I think Seychelles, Mauritius, and of course from the Caribbean you have Barbados and others, yeah, and from also from Latin America. It's not just Haiti, but it will be led by Kenyans. That is a major difference. It will be led by Kenyans. Kenya seems to be a hotbed of foreign intelligence. Exactly, all those mainstream media, they, during the 2-year war in Ethiopia, they were all attacking us, sitting just few miles away, I mean, by air, from Nairobi. So that's where they sit. That was it for me for now, but we will bring you more. And thanks again. Ciao, ciao. Greetings, JT Pat.